Good morning. This is Tofu and the crew, or you can really call me whatever you like. My name is Aaron. It is 8 o'clock this morning, and what better way to start my morning than lamenting about my favorite game of all time? I have today a tier list based on your main in League of Legends. So let's go over a few things first. I think the biggest thing to talk about early. This is every character in the game, what your main says about you. If I see you in the loading screen, if I see you lock in my rank game, immediately what I think is about to happen in my game, whether that is, oh, this guy is incredibly cool, this guy is based, I love being on his team, or this person should be locked up in like a max security prison. Either way, I think let's just get started. Let's not think too much about it. There obviously are exceptions for everybody, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have a grape Fago to start us this morning. Hit you with one of these. Oh yeah, baby. All right, let's get started. So, the tier lists. We got, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. I figure like the middle and then 3 above, 3 below seems fine. I have, that's the homie. This guy, you get him on your team, you see this character, and you're like, this, alright, it's a dub. Or it's just good vibes. Not everything has to be a win. I know it's League, is what it is. But, yeah, that's the homie. Big fan. Can be bad, but most of the time this guy is super cool. Chill. Not really like a negative guy, but we like some positives. It's, you know the... It's like when you go to the hospital and they ask where the pain is, and the face goes from a smiley face to crying sad face. It's one of these. Just read them over. You know what to do. I guess to kind of give some background knowledge, I have been playing this game for way too long. I played in beta a little bit. I really started playing back when seasons had weeks. Season 1, Week 1 on Xin Zhao release. Which, in my opinion, is still one of the craziest releases of any character ever. But then again, I was like 14. So, who knows? Anyway, I'm an AD carry player. I, most of the time, am playing Jhin or Caitlyn. So, a lot of my things... I have an AD carry player that plays in mobile AD carries. Me and Assassins don't get along well. Your Assassin will probably end up in one of these lower tiers, but there are exceptions. This is really not supposed to be about what the character does. It's more just the person behind the character, how they most of the time act. But yeah, let's do it. First things first, Aatrox. Aatrox is cool. Like, as a character, it's one of the coolest characters in the game, just like design and lore wise. I really like Aatrox a lot. I'm gonna put him in chill. There are some Aatrox players where I'm like, you are a fucking freak. They are actually psychos. Most of the time, though, like, I might even put you in big fan, actually. Aatrox players can be chill, like, 90% of the time. I don't really get ones that, like, rage all that much. Or, like, just, like rage split and just perma run it down. Like, most of the time, this is fine. I'm a big fan of this guy. If this is your main, good on you. You picked a good character. Ari, Ari is weird. Ari is pretty much to me like either you're like a gooner or you're meta slaving. Either way, I don't really care enough about. I see an Ari and I'm just kind of like whatever. If you had the $500 skin, I'm gonna look at you sideways. Unless you're my wife, in which case I'm gonna look at you with hard eyes. That being said, like I feel no way about Ari. Ari's fine. Akali. I'm gonna put Akali in Strange. I've noticed something about a lot of the Assassin players in League, and that is that they all watch way too much anime. These people, I don't know what's going on in their brains a lot of the time. it's not about like how they're playing the game. Like, I don't care if you run it down. Like, let's talk about that then. I don't care if you are inting in my game, as long as it's not like intentional. If you're having a bad game, dude, that's fine. Whatever. That it is what it is. Like, in this game, like, it's so hard. Like, once you like get behind, like, especially since we don't add voice comms to League because Riot hates us. It's just I don't. There's no problem. Like, you can't play the game, right? Like, especially on like a Kali where it's like a feast or famine champ, unless you get like a lucky roam or something. It just feels really unplayable. But the actual players themselves, like, it is full just... How do I word this? I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of how to word this. They are very much... don't worry, I am here, all might sort of mentality. And just trying hard to carry the game and, like, want all the resources, like... But they're, like, 0-30. I don't know. These guys, they can be fine. There are cool Akali players. I will not flame those guys. I will flame a majority of Akali players because this character is crazy in general. Like, W shouldn't exist. But I don't know. You guys gotta relax. It is no problem. Akshan, I'm sorry. If you're an Akshan player, please look away. We're gonna do this one. Oh, it went away. Come back. Add a row below. Big. We'll do number 1 Akshan hater. And you're gonna be that's hard to read actually. I'll make you purple. I will not speak on you. Alistar. Alistar, that's kind of the homie, right? If you play an engaged support, I'm a big fan of you. There are some like engaged support players that are just like schizos. That's fine. Most like if you're playing this game, like you have to be like some sort of like mentally like mental facilities not working all the way. Because like as much as like everyone talks bad about this game, especially the people that play this game, will just like say this league sucks, we gotta quit, yada yada. This game is fun. It's really fun. It's really good. Just to, like, it hits the right part of your brain. The dopamine factories go crazy in this game. When you do something cool, you feel like the best player on the planet. I mean, it's also, maybe it's just like a fighting game mentality from growing up, but... anyway, back to Alistar. Most of the time, Alistars are super chill. Like, they can have, like, a lot of, like, agency in the game, and, like... try and do stuff a bit too fast and then will blame you for not following. But that's like every engaged player, right? It's hard to say, hey, I'm going, when all you can do is spam ping. Especially in a game where spam pinging is just the normal, you know? Where people are just perma-flaming you, you're getting like question mark ping just for existing. Engaged supports have it hard in that alone. But most of the time, ally mains are chill. If they have the Mumu Alistar skin, you already know that dude is a vibe. Let's move on. Amumu, the mummy. I'm put you a big fan. There's not a lot of Amumu players. There's really not. Most of them have moved on to better characters, which, absolutely. But I personally think Amumu is fun to play. Very simple, very like front-loaded, like, but I really like the new build path you do of Amumu with like it's the like Leandries into like maybe like it's either Sunfire or Abyssal. That being said, the players themselves, if you're still playing this character in this year, honestly, more power to you. I really like. If you're playing, like, an old character when you have Cassante doing Cassante things, like, you are cool in my book. Yeah, let's go Amumu players. The Bird. Anivia. I'm also kind of neutral on Anivia. There's good and bad, but, like, most of the time, if you get an Anivia, you don't really see Anivia. You see her more often now because caps. But it's fine. I feel no sort of way about Anivia. Like, this character, if you see this character, the main is most of the time just kind of chilling, is what it is. Annie, stay away from me. These people, there is like very few Annie players that I am gonna say are mentally sound. They are either they watched a lot of LS in the previous years and has listened to him talk about how it's the easiest champ to carry on, yada yada. But all of them are just giga tilters. Like, they get behind and it's just permaflame the entire team. Where's my jungler? Like, they have no sense of accountability. I don't know. I'm good. Thank you. Next, Aphelios. It's hard. I'm going to put Aphelios players in Strange. I play Aphelios, but I think the mains, they have crazy egos because they're like thinking that their character is harder than he actually is. Aphelios is not that hard. Aphelios learning the guns is literally the only mechanic of the entire character, and knowing what your side gun does. Like, they gotta just relax. There are some Aphelios players that are super chill. Most of the Aphelios players that I see, either crazy ego or B, don't type, and that's fine. So you will go in Strange. Ashe. I'm kind of biased. I am an Ashe player. I'll put him in chill. That's fine. I don't think, like, I don't really have bad experience with Ashe players, mainly at AD carry. It used to be really bad when Ashe support was meta. Thanks, Carria, for ruining my game. But Ashe support players were miserable to play with. But Ashe AD carry is fine. I don't mind it at all. Aurelion Sol. That's the homie. This, first off, A-Soul, one of the coolest characters in the entire game, like, just vibe-wise. But, like, anything that's, like, perma-stacking in this game, you have to have, like, something in your brain, right? Whether it's, like, Stardust, like, stacks for Smolder. We'll get there, but, I am a big proprietor of, like, these people, like, understand what the game is. They understand how their character works most of the time. And this is not like, again, this is for mains, not some person who got autofilled men and said, ah, fuck it, I'm just going to lock in A-Soul and then go 0-30 and have 100 stacks at 30 minutes. That's not who we're talking about, right? I don't know. A-Soul, the players are most of the time super chill. I definitely have. I've played this game way too long to say I've never seen an A-Soul flame. But it is very rare to see these guys just, like, spam ping or, like, just call you whatever slur under the sun, you know? But, yeah, A-Soul, cool. Azir, I'm putting you in neutral. It is literally yin and yang. Because Azir, all the Azir characters, hold on, get down. You crazy kitty. Sorry, that was Pancake. If you remember Pancake from the previous video, she just likes to get up on things she shouldn't. She's a bad kitty. I love her though. But I've said A-Soul again. Azir is very much, you can't have the good without the evil, and you can't have the evil without the good. This character is very, if you play this character, you either are crazy egoing because you've watched way too many T1 VODs, or you just like the character. And I think the T1 fans, first off, I do like T1 before we go into this. A lot of them are mentally deranged weirdos. I'm sorry. Your team is fine. Your team is good. You don't have to push it on everyone else. Everyone knows they're good, right? They're the best team in history. It is what it is, man. You don't gotta let us know. We already know. We were there. But people watching Ruler get shuffled by Faker has done irreparable damage to this character's legacy. That being said, Most of the time, if you have an Azir on your team, they're going to do pretty good, because no one plays this character except the mains. Next, Bard. I'm sorry, it goes in That's the Homie tier, and, like, that's that. These characters are full of joy and whimsy and deserve the world. Of course, there are exceptions, but I very, very, very rarely see any Bards just, like, hard flaming. They're most of the time getting hard flamed because they abandoned their AD carry. Is what it is, man. Belveth. You know what? You're going in chill. Are you? Yeah, you are. No one plays this character. When was the last time you saw Belveth? It's like, Kanavi got, like, destroyed at Worlds that one time, and then you never saw a Belveth again. Like, the character is just gutted, so you don't, like, see anyone play her anymore. I'm actually trying to think back. It's been months since I've seen Belveth. Outside of, like, ARAMs. But, like, for Belveth, most of the time, the Belveth players are... I feel like if they don't get their Raptor cheese, they're sometimes little freakazoids. But, I don't know. If you're still playing Belveth after, like, just... I don't even know if she was just nerfed to the ground or just, like, if she's just unplayable. Like, she literally, I forgot she was in the game sort of vibe. But if you're still playing her with all this stuff going on, bless you. Like, you deserve some love. You're going in chill. That is dedication. Blitzcrank. I'm gonna put you in... I'm putting you in strange. A lot of weirdos out there in this game. Every game is a psych word, which is why we do have the psych word tier. Trust me, we will get some of these. They're coming up. But, like, a lot of Blitzcrank players, like, really high egos for a character that requires no brain power. I don't know. A lot of hook champs people just, like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of these players. They are just... Yeah, I got nothing. I don't really have anything else to say, and I just don't like... the vibes they give off in-game, like... These are, like, the kind of people that will, like, perma-spam ping you, like... And just... I'm good. I'm good. Brand. We have found our first psych ward character. Maybe this is some, like, deep-seated hatred for this character. But it's more that there are a lot of people that play Brand and goes, like, support, build full damage, because that's all you really can do on Brand. And then when they aren't, like, winning the lane, are just, like, hard-flaming everyone typing in alt chat. Like, these people are miserable. I think this is specifically just, like, a Brand support problem. I don't really know too much about the Brand jungle players. I don't know if they're the same people, but if you're playing support, you probably can't play jungle. So I don't really know, but from my experience, Brand players, like, I don't know, they should get the hose. Braum. Big fan. I would say this might be That's the Homie, but there are some weirdo Braum players out there. I don't really get it. Like, your entire idea is, like, I want to help the team, and then you want to be a freak. But most of the time, this is, like, you love to see a Braum just on your team. Most of the time, the guy is just cool to hang out with. We love that. Caitlyn. Big neutral. Either not typing, or just, like, Giga Flaming because they lost lane to, like, Neela or something, and something that should have never happened in a million years. Yeah, the players just kind of just don't... They're whatever. I don't... As a Caitlyn player, like, it's whatever. Camille. This is a stay away from me character. In my time in League of Legends, I have found that a lot of, like, the super skill-intensive characters, anything that has, like, oh, I have, like, a million button presses to do, like, my full combo, and it's really cool when it happens... a lot of those players are just strange creatures. They just perma-ego, like, Losing lane, all chatting. Winning lane, all chatting. They are too busy typing to actually play the game. Gotta relax. So yeah, stay away from me. I'm not a Camille. I like Camille as a character. The mains, I don't know, shower. Cassio, neutral. I don't really have anything to say. I'm glad she got boots back. That's cool. Good for her. Cho'Gath. Shout out to Tenchi. Uppies. I do love Cho'Gath. The players most of the time are just like a vibe. Their character's old as fuck. I like that Cho'Gath found a way from not being just like a big tank and actually got a chance to like do damage and stuff. I don't know. I really like the players. They know what they're playing. They could be playing anything else and be doing better, but like they love their character and I respect that. Especially like this character's old as hell. You'll find a lot of the old characters I'm a big like proprietor of. Corki depends. If you're using Ice Toboggan Corki, that's the homie. Everything else, that's fine. You're chill. Darius. I'm sorry, we have found our second Psych Ward character. I don't know what it is. Darius players are legitimately psychopaths. You are getting ghosted at level 1. It's... Jackie. If their cheese level 1 does not work, they are just perma-tilted. The game is just over. Like, this is going whether, like, your team or enemy team, right? Like, I don't know. These people are just strange individuals. They gotta relax. You can play the game. Like, if your level 1 doesn't work, like, you don't get permission to just run it the fuck down. Anyway. Diana. Neutral. Oh. Diana players, I have no quarrel with you. You're fine. Dr. Mundo. Alois has done irreparable damage to this character. It's crazy how much damage he's done to this character. He used to be up here. Now all the freaks play this character. Even though, like, I love... Let's get this twisted. As an 80 carry player, I fucking adore Dr. Mundo. Super fun to play. I actually play him bottom with Senna. I think Mundo Senna bot is real. You should lock it in your next rank game. You will not get reported, I promise. That being said, this character is now just push the character, and I don't like that. So I'm going to put you in chill. You used to be up here, but now Flavor of the Month is hit, and it's just... I see you, and I just get sad. Draven, Psych Ward, we'll call you to Hard R. I don't need to say anything else. Goodbye, Draven. Echo. These guys are most of the time really weird. All the Assassin players watch too much anime. I'm sorry. It's just... They gotta relax. They are not main character. Elise. No one plays this character. If you play this character's support, I wish to hit you with a gun. In-game. I would say... If you're playing her, like, Elise, like, jungle, I would say it's chill. Like, I don't dislike you, as a person. I don't know. You don't see Elise jungle anymore, ever. You don't see really Elise support anymore, either. If you're still playing this, you're playing super heavy gank style, and I respect that, and especially in a world where it's, like, perma full clearing. Like, I like the difference. Anyway. Evelyn. To be honest, most Evelyns are kind of chill. It really depends. I think, like, Evelyn players' mentalities are very fragile. If you are, like, I don't know, if it's 10 minutes and you're, like, 2-0, 3-0, that Evelyn is not going to have any problems, like, being a functioning member of society in this game at all. If she dies before 6... I don't know. You might have, like... She might just leave the game. Like, genuinely, this character is crazy coin flip, and I think you have to have a coin flip mentality to play her. That being said, most of the time they're chill. I got some problems, but I can't complain too much. She's fine. Ezreal. As real players, a little weird. I don't think... Obviously, I will say this again. This is not every main, right? Everyone's different. You're your own person in your own body, whether you think you're the only person that has, like, autonomy or not. But I do think the Ezreal players tend to, like... You're getting spammed at with emotes the entire game. Anytime he hits a Q, you're getting spammed at. Anytime you miss an ability because he buffers E, he's getting spammed at. Just don't like the mentality. Not for me. Fiddlesticks, you're going straight to that's the homie. There are so few Fiddlesticks players. This character, first off, Fiddle's just really fucking cool. What a cool character. The rework is so good. They really, like, peaked with this thing. Secondly, though, I would say the Fiddlesticks mains, most of the time, are really chill. They know what's going on. Like, they play their character really well, for the most part. And, like, the angles they find, like, you have to be pretty creative with this character. You also have to, like, work with your team to, like, make sure there's no vision, so your ultis have more impact. Like, I like what this character incentivizes. Obviously, it's like, spooky guy, if you don't see him, he fears you on next ability. But, like, the team effort of, like, making sure that you could have to play for the Fiddle, so the Fiddle can get the ult off. I don't know. It makes the Fiddles a lot more, like, cooperative. So, yeah, Fiddle gets a pass in my book. Fiora, this is a stay away from me character. This is another character where, oh, I have mechanics because I watched Bin. And now I'm going to be an asshole to everyone online because I went 0-3 without jungler assistance. I don't know. Keep these freaks away from me. If you're a Fiora player, I'm sorry. Fizz. I'm Fizz! Shout out to Legends of Runeterra. You're also going in strange. I'm sorry. It's assassin player mentality, you know. I'm not winning the game by myself, so I'm gonna flame my team. I got a lead and then lost it because I don't know how to play with my lead, so I'm gonna flame my team. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm good. Thank you. Galio, surprisingly, you're going in, like, strange. I am actually a big fan of Galio. This character is really cool. A lot of the Galio players just are not really nice people. I don't know what happened. This is, like, a very, like, protective character. Like, obviously you can go, like, full damage and just one-shot people. There's the, Hollow Radiance into a Riftmaker build or Proto Belt. Like, you can do all sorts of stuff with this character. But for whatever reason, like, the Galio players like the flame. Maybe it's just the players I play with. Maybe it's just... I don't know what it is. Obviously, this is all just my experience. This list is very much just a subjective look on things. But... yeah, I don't know. The Galio players, y'all gotta relax. Your character's way too jolly for you to have that much problems with, like, the world, you know? Gangplank. Depends on who they watched to start playing Gangplank. Solar Baka, you're probably pretty chill. Tobias, this guy is maybe, like, a racist. Sorry. For the most part, I'll put GP and chill, yeah. Like, most of the time the Gangplank players are, like, they're fine. There's no problems. Garen. So I've talked a lot about characters, like, we love, like, mains that play on simplicity. But I think these people are actually in stay away from me. Nothing to do with, like, the actual character itself. Like, I like Garen. I think Garen being simple is a good thing. The problem is the mains, like, lean into, oh, it's so simple, and then just, like, ego the fuck out of you. You get Flash Q ulted, and then they act like it's a fucking... they just solved, like, a quantum, like, a, I don't know, some sort of, like, theorem on relativity or some crazy shit. I don't know, there's something there. Like... and it's like, everyone knows, yeah, it's, like, kind of brainless. The character, they know it's brainless, but playing it up to make it, like, more than what it is, I don't know, it's just kind of cringe. Like, if you were finding, like, yeah, my character's stupid, yeah, that's fine. Everyone knows Garen's stupid. But, like, the mains, like, make it a meme, and I don't care for that. Maybe this is maybe me just being a baby. Oh well. Gnar. These people also are strange. I don't know why, considering Gnar is like, if I'm playing top lane, Gnar is probably one of my most played. I really do like Gnar a lot. But Gnar players like to complain a lot for being a ranged top laner most of the time, huh? Like, you're already living on easy street, man. Like, is there more to say? Anyway. Gragas, that's the homie. First off, Bomba. Second off, like, you will very rarely find a rude or, like, toxic Gragas. These guys are, most of the time, some of the chillest dudes you'll ever play with. This is a guy you would actually go out to the bar with and just, like, hang out with for, like, a couple hours. I am a big fan of Gragas players. If you play this character, you're actually going at the front. I love this dude. All the Gragas players deserve more. Next, Graves. It's not up here, I promise. I would say you are... You know what? You're going in neutral. I was gonna say some real negative stuff about this character. I think, though, the mains have gotten better over time. Like, not like in-game, but like mentally. I don't think it's been as bad recently. These characters used to be like horrible, like people were just fucking like super toxic. Graves would be racist all the time. Like, if you had a Graves on in the game, like, you could actually like preemptively like ban or mute the guy, and it would just be a positive experience. But lately, I haven't had really many problems with this character. You don't really see Graves all that much anymore, even with like the buffs. Excuse me. I don't know. Not bad. Next, Gwen. I have many thoughts about this character. Gwen is immune, by the way. I will say the mains, I don't know, they're either gooners or just don't type. Like, they're fine. I don't respect your character. I'm sorry. As someone who, I do play a little bit of Gwen. But, like, I don't respect your character. But the mains themselves are not the problem. I think it's just the character itself and power creep. But that's a different conversation. Hecarim. Dante's has done crazy damage to this character. I do like Dante's. I guess if I accidentally am flaming your streamer, first off, I'm a nobody. Why are you here? You should be watching them. Second off, it's more just love than anything. Like, the fact that they've created such a following around the character and are making more people play that character is actively good for the community. That being said, like, you'll go in neutral. I don't have time to argue. This is fine. I say I don't have time to argue, but what do we have? We have so many to go through. There's, what, 167 characters in this game right now? It's too much. Maybe League Next will, like, remove half the cast and, like, Thanos snap them. I hope. Heimerdinger. These guys stay away from me. For a character that is, like, actively doing nothing most of the time, it gives them a lot of time to type. And I say that in a very negative way. There's not much to say here. Like, every Heimer you run into is just a fucking freak. There are some of the cool ones that put the 3 turrets down and then do the spinneroonie in the middle of them. Those guys are fun. But most of the time, I'm good. You're alright, dude. Illaoi. I'm a big fan. Most Illaoi players know their character is horseshit, and they're fine with that. Not really like big flamers. They're staying top lane doing their thing. Don't bother them. Just leave them alone. Irelia. Psych word. Too many pressing Q button. Act like it's crazy when they have max stacks on passive and then autos you to death with Blade of Rune King after missing every ability. Crazy egos. Most of the time, like, very racist, very toxic. The only exception is if you're playing AP Aurelia. Ivern. Also, I'm going to put you in Strange, actually. I love Ivern. This guy's cool. He has a really nice nose. Secondly, though, like, the players that play this character, I don't know why they're so mad all the time. It's not that big.
Y'all gotta relax. Your character is sunshine and smiles, and inside you are full doomer. Go outside. Touch some grass. Maybe from the Ivern W that he will make for you. Jana, like, you're a woman. In a positive sense, you're a woman. Congratulations. Jarvan the Fourth. Also strange. I don't know. A lot of the junglers are a little weird. Jungler mentality, especially like, I guess it kind of I get why. As I was like thinking, like, why are junglers so weird? They get spam pinged every single game because their laners lose before they have a chance to clear 3 camps. And they get flamed for 25 minutes. So, like, I get why you have some problems. Same time, like, just mute all. A lot of the junglers are just weird. Jarvan's fun, though. I do like this character. But, just relax. Oh my god, old Jack splash art. Dude, I miss old Jack splash art. This shit's awesome. This shit looks so good. Not saying the new one looks bad, but maybe I'm just being a nostalgia weirdo, but this shit's awesome. You're going to jail for crimes against children. Jace. You're also in the psych ward. Sorry. Jaceism is a real thing. I don't know why Jace specifically has this problem. I think it's just like another like range top laner mentality. That being said, most of the time toxic, just a problem in general. Jhin. As a Jhin player, some of the Jhin players are fucking weirdos. You're going in chill. There are some Jhins that are just like perma-mute, just play the game. And those guys, I respect the shit out of you. That's basically what I do. Problem, there's some other Jhins that just fucking type non-stop. I don't know what it is. But I don't know. You play a psychopath in-game, I guess you have to be a psychopath out-of-game. I don't know. We'll see. Jinx from Arcane? Neutral. Either popping off or inting, like, but most of the time isn't typing. This is fun. Kaisa, stay away from me. I don't want to speak further. There's way too many people that, like, just spam this character and are just assholes. Not really not even from, like, what they're doing in game. They're just perma-typing, perma-spam emoting, perma-pinging, just playing with a Kaisa on your team most of the time is, like, the person is miserable even if the character is really good. Callista. I'm actually a big fan of Callista, mans. Your character... How do I say this? Your character is really fucked up and super feast or famine, and past 30 minutes is piss useless. But you lean into that and, like, really play to your strengths as much as you can. Like, I respect the fuck out of Callista players. You're going a big fan. I won't put you in the homie because this character's an asshole. And there are a lot of Callista players that crazy have egos, but I think of all the characters, this is one of the ones to have an ego on. Karma. I named my cat after you. I would put you in chill most of the time. Enchanters... The Enchanter players don't really type that much. They're fine. Dearest Karthus. Neutral. You don't really see, like, Karthus players type that much. Yeah, like, that's all I really have to say. Like, Karthus is just perma-farming anyway. Like, he's never typing. He's busy queuing his camps. Yeah, I'm fine. Kassadin, you're going to jail for crimes against humanity. Katarina, you are also there. Kale. Kale players are fine. I like this character. Most of the mains are super chill too. Especially like the ones that understand that Kale level 1 loses to like almost nothing. Anyway, Kayn. This is a psych ward character. Is it? No, I'll do stay away from me. He deserves a bit more. Kayn players... Here, let me take a sip just a moment. Alright, that's a bit better. So, Kane players, they're fine for the most part, but God, the bad ones are really bad. Most of the time, like, your Kane is perma-typing, is not getting his form, so he's super tilted. I'm speaking for Jungle Kane. Top Kane, I've actually never ran into a top Kane before, so I can't speak to that. That being said, like, they have like a crazy mentality, and like you will never get a red Kane. It'll be a game with 5 tanks, and the guy says, "Yeah, blue looks good here," and then just be piss useless. That being said, I do like this character. Robbie Draymond does a wonderful job with Kane. The mains are fucking freaks. I'm sorry. Kennen, I'm kind of neutral. Like, whatever. Range top laner, but at least you're a Yordle, so it's fine, I guess. Kha'Zix. You know what? You don't see Kha'Zix anymore. I was going to say, and maybe it's just because I'm seeing Kha'Zix less that I'm less likely to put him in Strange. But the Kha'Zix players have been fine recently. They used to be really bad when Kha'Zix was, like, everywhere. But, like, I think the old Kha'Zix players have moved on to new characters, leaving the other Kha'Zix players to just kind of be like, yeah, my character's kind of bad. And never gets any love from Riot because they hate Kha'Zix. But, I don't know. The mains are fine. Kha'Zix players, thumbs up. Kindred. Okay, before I do this, Kindred players, look away. This character is super sick. The mains are so fucking... They're freaks. You have to be a psycho to play this character. If you're not inting for your marks, like, why are you... You shouldn't be playing Kindred, you know? Like, you should be playing something different. You have to be a level of strange to play this character, and I think this is strange in, like, an affectionate way. Kled. That's the homie. I love Kled players. Kled is super chill. Most of the Kled players just lean into the shit that he's just a big fucking weirdo. And, like, if you're playing a big weirdo, you have to kind of be of a big weirdo yourself. That being said, I do like Kled. The players are fine. I would say if you get a Kled in your game, there is like a 95% chance that guy is just like either not typing or is like, if he is typing, he's just having a good time. Kog'Maw. This depends. It depends if you're AD or AP. If you're on hit and like you have a duo who's just spamming Juggermaw with you and just goes Lulu, first item Ardent, you are the scum of the earth. I'm sorry. This is like the craziest cringe of all time. Most of the time, though, if you're just solo queuing as Kog'Maw, like, you're pretty chill. I don't mind you. K'Sante. So, the Pride of Nazuma has arrived. I'm not speaking for the character here. Most K'Sante players are really fucking chill. They know their character is horseshit. They're still spamming it, and they're still, like, playing a tank. Like, I mean, for the most part, until he presses Ard, and that's a different story. But, like, K'Sante players are chill. Like, you never really run into, like, a really, like, annoying K'Sante player. Oh my god, old LeBlanc. LeBlanc, neutral. You don't see LeBlanc anymore. Is what it is. Lee Sin players, like, stay away from me. I don't care that you have been watching, like, Peanut VODs for the last 3 years and can do, like, word hops. Like, you are still a freak. Like, just relax. The game's not that serious. Leona, also, and stay away from me. I don't know. There are some... We were talking about engage supports a bit up here with Ali. Leona is definitely, like, one of the weird ones where, like, a lot more people will end up just being really weird on the champ. Like, they just... I don't know if it's... They think they can just one-shot people when they don't do enough damage. They just, like, tilt. But, like, a majority of Leona players are big tilters. Lilia. Big fan. Let's go, Lilia. Lilia, you don't really see that much Lilia anymore. Like, the Lilia players, when you do play with them, are named, like, I don't know, like Deer Pussy or something. Like, they're not taking it seriously, you know? I think they're fun. They're good. Take another sip here. The Fago wasn't cutting out. We have swapped to a fitness water. It's a bit too sticky in the morning. That's much better. Wow. Lysandra buffs are in, but I would say Lysandra's they never tilt. Like the Lysandra players, you don't see this character ever. Hopefully she gets more play with the buffs on this patch. Her Q being max rank 3 second cooldown is insanity. That being said, you don't really see the Lysandra players ever, and if you do, like, they're vibes. They don't really. They're hanging out. They don't care. They're just here for a good time. They're playing their character. They aren't gonna flame you. I'm a fan. Lucian. A little strange. I do play Lucian. I will say there are a lot of Lucian players who just crazy ego. Like, you can just tell in the way they play that they think they're a million times better than you, and then when you actually beat them in lane, they are just perma-tilted the rest of the game. I don't know. Just, you don't have to have egos. Like, you're in, like, Emerald, dog. It's not that deep. Lulu. I won't speak to you. You're strange. Lux players. This is a hard one. I would say neutral. Both ends of the spectrum are pretty bad with Lux players, but there are some Lux players that are just, you know what, you going in strange, I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of Lux players are just like permatypers. I tried to be benefit of the doubt, but no, you deserve it, strange. Malphite. Welcome to homie tier, Rockman. If you're playing tanks, most of the time, me and you are going to get along. Tank players deserve more. And also, obviously there's obvious, I've said obviously maybe 6 times in the last 10 seconds. Jesus, I'm sorry. Again, there's no script here. This is all just off the dome. But with Malphite himself, it depends if you're going tank or AP. Even the AP Malphites most of the time are a vibe. No, I don't have much to say about this character other than, like, the mains are pretty chill. Like, these guys, you never really have problems, and that is a big plus on my side. Malzahar. He canceled it. Shout out to Cadril. Give me... They're chill. Are they? Yeah, they are. They're fine. Maokai. I'm also putting you in the homie tier. You don't see this character anymore. And when you do, I don't think I've had problems with a Maokai in a very long time. They've always just been just a chill dude. I don't mind at all ever getting a Maokai on my team. Mr. Yi, stay away from me. I don't think I need to say anything. Too many streamers play this. Not too many streamers. The streamers that play this character inspired a lot of the Yi players with the attack animation cancels. I don't know. They're just tilters. If they aren't like 30-0 by 10 minutes, like they just permaflame their team. I don't know. I'm good. Melio, I'm a big fan of the Melio players. Melio's cool. A lot of the players that play Melio do it just for like the cleanse on ulti, and I respect that a lot. But yeah, no problems. I got nothing. Very good. Misfortune. Sarah. Neutral. I have no problem with you, Misfortune players. Mordekaiser players. You deserve better. This character, really cool, and the people that play this character recognize that they play this character because he is really cool. They don't play him because he's the best. They don't play him because that's what the meta says. They say, this character, rule of cool, I want him. Maybe even carnally. But no, the Mordekaiser players, you guys deserve the world. This character is super cool. You're cool for playing him. You don't really get flamers on Mordekaiser because you're playing Mordekaiser. Dude's just neat. Anyway, Morgana. No quandaries. You're fine. Nefiri. Out of all of the assassins on this list, Nefiri's one of the ones that have chill mains. I like the Nefiri players. Most of the time, they're doing the full, what's it called? Where they, you can pet Nefiri with, like, doing, like, your, taunt, then the joke, and then the dance. They will do that in game, and then you know that they're one of the good ones. I love... Nefiri players are cool. Nami. Sorry, that's the homie. This is my wife's main. I will not take any sort of problems with this. In actuality, though, like, most Nami players are chill. Like, they don't really care. As long as you're, like, when she presses E on you, you're actually doing stuff, they have no problems with you. Nasus. Most of the time, you guys are fine. You can be little weirdos and refuse to play the game until you're 1,000 stacks, but you're stack champ. I get it. Nautilus. I'm a big fan. Nautilus players, eating good. They understand their job. Their character is pretty damn simple. Like, and if you're playing Nautilus, you understand that you have a job to do. You are there to be the initiator. You are the go button. And as long as you're playing Nautilus and that's your main, you know what to look for. Like, having agency in a game is very important. And, like, the players that, like, actively look for that agency, I respect a lot. Because there's a lot of times where you'll get into a game and it's sit there, do nothing. Like, you die in lane, people die in lane, but then mid-game comes and you ARAM for 10 minutes. Because people don't know how to push side lanes, don't want to go vision for objectives. And you'll just sit there and just have 5 people farming mid-wave over and over. I guess it goes to us. I am, like, mid-emerald. I think I'm emerald 3 or emerald 2 as a time of recording of this. Which I'm not saying I'm good at this game. I'm just saying my experiences with the game. That being said, the people that are actively trying to progress the game, and I respect that. I respect that a lot. But, so yeah, Nautilus gets, I'm a big fan of the Nautilus players. Nino. Nino players, you're neutral. It's the same idea as Nautilus, but the Nico players sometimes can be really weird. That's about all I got. Nidalee, you're going in strange. If your invade doesn't work, you tilt out of your mind. I don't respect that. Neela, no one plays this character. If you play this character and that's your main, you are the homie by proxy. This character, really fun. This character is difficult. Not in terms of, like, mechanics, but getting through lane on this bitch is so difficult. I really don't think, like, anything bad about Neela. I wish she got more love. And I wish solo lane Neela was a bit more viable. Because I feel like she would do much better there than bot lane. But that's neither here nor there. Nocturne. Neutral. I don't mind you. I don't mind you at all. Nunu and Willump. We're rolling and we Windows. Seriously though, most of the time, if you're a Nunu main, you're watching Kesha. Kesha is very loud and screams a lot. But Kesha is very funny, and you try to make every game funny and fun as well. And I like that a lot. Olaf. I'm going to put Olaf... they're chill. For the most part, Olaf players are fine. Like, I don't mind you. You don't have any problems with me. Orianna. I'm going to put you in chill as well. Ori players, they tend to have egos sometimes, but they're very much more like an analytical kind of like ego, where we need to be doing this, need to be doing that. Like, I don't know why you aren't doing this, which is still annoying. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but at least it's not like I'm mechanically trying to outplay you, but I'm also like ARAMing for 30 minutes, right? Like, at least they're trying to like do stuff, and I respect that. Orn, welcome to the homie tier, big man. Unless you're weak side William, like, there's no way I don't see toxic Orns ever. That's it. Pantheon. Oh, we're getting there. Hold on, how much do we have left? How many's in stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 28, 56. We still have a lot to go, actually. But we're making headway. We've done like 100. Anyway, Pantheon. Pantheon. Big fan. Mains are chill. Never really have problems with Pantheon players. There are obviously exceptions, but most of the time they're playing the game. You know what? Actually, I'm going to put you in chill. Pantheon support players kind of ruin you. I don't know why. Alright. I'm going to bitch for a second. Then again, I've been bitching for the last 56 minutes. So, anyway, Pantheon support players, maybe this is just like a... Kill lane cheese drives me up a wall. You're actively choosing to be useful for fucking 10 minutes and then be useless for 20. I just don't get it. Because, like, you'll get a few kills on lane, and then... I don't know, they just never understand how to translate that into like a mid-game advantage, lose their lead, and then are just piss useless the rest of the game because you're laning into like Yunara Lulu, right? And then Yunara Lulu just says, I am God, because power creep. That being said, most of the time, I get back on track, the Pantheon players, they're fine. Spear Shot does good for this character. It's a good role model to follow, you know? Poppy. I'm a big fan. Poppy players are chill. This character kind of does it all. Full tank. You can go assassin. You can do the bruiser build. I like that there's so much like flexibility, like, and the mains kind of embrace that. You know. Yeah, Poppy's fine. I'm a big fan of the Poppy players. They do a lot with the character and are constantly like trying to like find the right build. I like it. Pike. I'm sorry, you're in the psych ward. No, you're not. Stay away from me. Psych ward. I'm trying not to put characters in psych ward because I'm going to make a lot of people mad down here. But again, stay away from me. Yeah, I think stay away from me is where I'd put you. Again, it's assassin player mentality. I don't respect it. I don't respect it whatsoever. Permaflame, like, my AD carry died once. I'm perma-roaming the rest of the game. I'm going to abandon everything. Like, I don't know. I'm good. Stay away from me, dog. Kiana. I am neutral. I don't mind you. You are fine. Quinn. A little strange. No one plays this character. The people that do play this character... It's range top laner mentality. I don't know. They just like perma want to like gut check you. They want to like ego like crazy. If they lose lane, they're perma tilting, perma typing. Just y'all gotta relax. It's not that deep, dog. Rakan. Chill. I don't really like respect your soul patch, but the players are cool. They're not really any problems. Rammus. Big fan. You're not going in the homie tier, though. Rammus player... Hey, you know what? No, you're going into big fan tier. Rammus players are fine. There are some Rammus players that are just... strange. I don't know. A lot of people troll on this character, and I think that maybe is why it leaves the bad taste in my mouth. But, oh well.
Rek'Sai, I'm actually a big fan. The Rek'Sai players, you don't see Rek'Sai ever, so it, I guess this translates more to Rek'Sai jungle than Rek'Sai top. But the Rek'Sai players don't see him. They're just hanging out. I'm fine with that. Rel. First off, you're playing a cool character. Rel is cool. Let's not get it twisted. Rel is very, 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 very cool to play. That being said, the Rel players just kind of embrace just being like I go in and die, but at least I got like 60 CCs off, you know? You don't really see Rel's flame that much. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this character and the people that play the character. Renata? We're chill. No real bad experiences with Renatos. We're fine. Renekton. I'm also putting you in chill. There are definitely some bad Renektons out there. I've seen a few. But for the most part, there's people that play this character, like, don't type. I'm fine with that. Rengar. Stay away from me. You are going in Psych Ward. There are some fucking freaks out there that play these characters. The Rengar players watch too much Scrub Noob. But we just gotta relax, man. It's not that big. Like, I understand, like, getting frustrated at a game is something else entirely. You don't have to be a fucking weirdo about it, you know? Like, it's not that deep. We're all just fucking flesh bags, you know? We all have conscience, and, like, we all make decisions. We all, like, live. We all love, you know? Like, you don't have to be a weirdo to everybody online just because you're online they can't see you. It's not that big. Just relax. Riven. Old me would have put this character in Psych Ward. I think she's just a little strange now. The Riven mains have done a lot less typing and just beat the shit out of you instead. Yeah, like, I'm fine with Riven. There's no problems here. Rumble. Stay away from me. Rumble is fucked up. The Rumble players know their character is fucked up and abuse the shit out of it. And will just spam ping and spam type to you. All about it. Fuck this character. Rise. Okay. Good talk, Rise. Samira, these people... you know what? Just a little strange. I was going to put you and stay away from me. This character, if you're playing this character, you are very confident in your own mechanics. Getting good ultis off is, on this character, despite what everyone else says, is actually difficult. Especially with so much CC in the game. Like, it can be very difficult. And I think, like, watching a good Samira versus watching an okay Samira, it's like night and day, right? But it's I still think it's like a lot of the Katarina players, if they get autofilled, and like this is like their AD carry of choice because this is just AD Katarina at a point. But some just kind of like shared a mentality. Lane's over, so game's just fucked and just tilts off the planet. Like, refuses to play, permatyping. You know how it goes. Sejuani. You're fine. I had no problems with you, Sejuani. Your mains are cool. I have no quarrels. Senna. I'm putting you in neutral. I was going to put you in chill, but all the AD carries just, when they get autofilled playing Senna, kind of just tilts me a little bit. I ain't going to front.
Like, and I play, like, a lot of this character. I really do like Senna. But, eh. Seraphine. You're fine. I don't have issues with you. Set players. I would say you guys are chill for the most part. I don't really have. There's nothing really to say. I don't. I think more positively than you than putting you in neutral. But Shaco, psych word. No, I'll put you in stay away from me. Actually, you know what? I'm being very... This is way too negative. This is from years of AD Shaco being fucking everywhere, getting one shot from backstabs, all the main spamming laugh on your corpse. I would actually say this character now with like the AP variant, I would say this character's actually chill. If you're playing AP Shaco, that's a silly guy right there. He's just being an adjuster. AD Shaco is very annoying and boring. AP Shaco is a lot more cool, and the mains are a lot more cool because they're not doing AD. We love bias. That's awesome. Shen. A little strange. That's about all I got for there. There's sometimes just... you know, no, it's too negative. I actually think you're neutral. I don't really have, like, a positive or negative feeling about you. You're fine. Shyvana. There are no Shyvana players. Okay, I'm putting this character in neutral specifically because I do not know enough about new Shyvana or the people that play new Shyvana to say anything else. If this was old Shyvana, this is in the homie tier. No one played this character. Old Shyvana was miserable to play, which is why she got reworked. Which, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. What an unceremonious rework. Just, like, out of nowhere. Like, they talked about it. There was, like, no fanfare. Like, no one gave a shit. And she comes out with, like, a 60% win rate or whatever it was. Like, a 57 or something. I don't know. Like... before I need more information before I give you the Shyvana. I think she'll probably end up being up here, but we'll see. Singed. Welcome to the Psycho tier. This is the homie through and through. Singed players have one like mentality going into a game, and that is joy and whimsy, while also still winning. And honestly, that's all I could ever strive for. Scion. Baus has done crazy damage to this character. I am still a big fan, though. A lot of the Scion players are chill for the most part. You do have some freaks out there, but that's every character, right? Like, I still am a big fan of the Scion players. Sivir. That's neutral. I got nothing. Skarner. This is old Skarner. However, I would say, I'm going to call this for new Skarner. This is the homie. Even old Skarner would be up here, actually. This character, the people that play this character, first off, shout out to Captain Flowers, the goat of Skarner. I adore you. You are what is saving North America, League of Legends. That being said, Skarner itself is a very cool champion. Even pre-rework was really cool. People just didn't play it because it was very simple. But the mains... just a vibe. You never have a bad experience playing with Skarners. At least I haven't. Obviously, like, things can change, but specifically for me, like, Skarner players just... it's a pleasure every time. Their character is fun. They love playing their character. What they can do with their character is cool, and they, like... it's like how Rek'Sai does with the tunnels, where she like will gank you from behind your turret, where Skarner can do the same thing. I love that sort of like mentality of like I can be very creative with my character, you know, like that's why like Rek'Sai is up here. I'm putting Skarner up here. Fiddlesticks is up here. Like I love the creativity that can go into these characters, and like not everyone can do that creativity, you know? Like, there's like Garen players, which I'm again sorry to shit talk you Garen players. It's very simple for them. They don't have like the character doesn't allow them to creativity, right? But Skarner does, and so does like Fiddlesticks and stuff like that, where being creative is very heavily rewarded, and the mains lean into that, and I fucking think that's awesome. Anyway, yeah, Skarner's cool. You should play Skarner. Sona. I got nothing. You're neutral. Soraka. Most of the time, Sorakas are fine. They're chill. I don't mind Soraka players. Swain. I'm actually putting Swain in Strange. A lot of the bottom Swains you see are a little bit weirdos, which is a shame because this character is sick. But Mage bot lane is, I don't know. The people that play Mage bot lane are just sometimes a little bit of a freak. Silas. I'm going to put you in Stay Away From Me. Assassin mentality, but in mage form. Also, no more mages. Syndra. Syndra players, they're fun. They're chill. I would think more positively than to put them neutral. Tom Kench. That's the homie. That's a fucking catfish frog. And the character, cool. I'm kind of a, if you're playing a weirdo character, you're probably a cool dude. That's kind of my like mental capacity for this. Is like you're playing like fucking like Bard, Ornn, Singed, Tom Kench. You're playing some weirdos. We're gonna be friends. Talia, chill. I had a good friend Connor who mained this character, and Connor was wonderful to be around. I don't know what happened to you, but I hope you're doing okay. We have Talon. Talon, stay away from me. You are not allowed within 5 feet of a school. I do not trust you. Taric. That's the homie. That's the homie starting to fill up a bit. A lot of neutral, a lot of chill. Surprisingly, not as many psych ward characters as I thought there would be, but that's how it goes, I suppose. Taric players, all like few of them. Again, this is like a creativity thing. You don't really see like Taric support ever. Light Rocket does Taric jungle, and there's a Taric top player as well. Taric top is becoming more popular as well, like with the Roa build. But again, it's people being creative with the character, you know? Like, it's not just a cookie cutter, here's what I do, A, B, C, D. It's a lot more free flow than that. And, like, I really think that the people that try and, like, innovate on that stuff and, like, lean into a character that rewards being creative and, like, I really dig it. It's awesome. Teemo. Despite all the memes, I think Teemo mains are just a little strange. I don't think they are in psych ward level. Most of the time, the Teemo players are fine, but I definitely think more negatively on Teemo mains, just based on their attitude in game, not what they do in game, like gameplay wise. But I'm gonna leave you here. You might go down. I don't know. Thresh. Neutral. I feel no way either way. Like, yeah, I got nothing. Tristana. You're also going in neutral. I just don't feel one two-way about you. There are some Trists that are, like, very, like, just a vibe. But there is a lot of weirdos, too. I think neutral is a good spot for you. Trundle. Huh. I'll put you in chill. Mainly just Kaguru makes this character... The mains have getting a lot better. Just mentality-wise. I don't mind you. Absolutely. Tryndamere. I'm putting you in chill. Tryndamere players? First off, not that many of you. Second off, simplicity. I say all this shit and I still put Garen way down here. Mate, what is it? What is it about you that makes me want to put you up here? I just don't have, like, bad experiences with you? I guess. It's a little biased, but then again, it's my personal tier list, so I suppose biasy was always going to happen. Biasy? I don't think biasy is a word, but no problems. Twisted Fate. I'm a big fan of TF players. Have to play for their other lanes. They're just going to try and survive mid, get cash, and then just roam. They like realize that and are actively like team players. I respect that a lot in a team game. Twitch, you're racist. Be gone. Udyr, chill, no problems. More positive than negative. Urgot, big fan. Urgot players deserve love. This character is really cool. It is a range top laner, which docks points. That being said, like it's a range top laner that wants to be in your face, which that's cool. Varus. Strange. This character used to be fine and then started getting played everywhere that wasn't bot lane, and then the degenerates took over. You're staying right here. Vayne, I'm sorry, you're psych ward. I play a lot of Vayne. I do like this character a lot mechanically. All the mains are fucking weirdos. They're all strange. Get them out of here. Veigar. Chill. More positive. Nothing really to say here. Vel'Koz, I'm putting you in big fan. If you're playing this character, like, you have 1,000,000 hours and you have, like, a protractor, like, taped onto your screen, I fuck with this character a lot. The mains, most of the time, it's hard, right? Because mage bot lane, I spoke about it earlier, even at mage support, that's why Brand was so far down. But at least, like, the Vel'Koz players are not going to ego on you, I don't think. They don't sit here and just, like, treat everyone like trash. They are most of the time either not typing or trying to be, like, helpful to the team. I am fine with Vel'Koz players. That's why Brand is way the fuck down here, and Vel'Koz is way up here. Vex. There's not a lot of you Vex players, but you guys are chill. Vi. Neutral. You know what? I'll put you in chill. Viego, stay away from me. These guys are... I'm sorry, these guys are so miserable to play with most of the time. Like, the Viego players just, like, want to be main characters so bad. It's so fucking annoying. Victor. That's fine. I don't care about you. You just do your thing. You're a control mage. Vladimir, a little strange. Volibear. Neutral. I don't know why Volibear gets a lot of weird people, but, like, you know, I'm going to put you in strange, actually. You are a little bit of... There is a lot of Volibear weirdos out there. Yeah, I don't like that. This character's too cool for you guys to be weirdos playing him. Warwick. Ow! That's the homie. Leans into the bit permanently. You know what? You're actually a big fan now that I think about it a bit more. This guy is leading into the bit, preying on you tonight, so on and so forth. The only reason this is not in That's the Homie is because Warwick top players are miserable to, just exist. They're annoying. Wukong, the monkey. How about you go into neutral? I don't feel any sort of way about you. Xayah. I would say you're also going in neutral. That's fine. Xerath. Strange. Either Vanguard detected or really bad at the game or good. But they will always just permatype you. They tilt if they lose lane. Just like refuse to play. I'm good. Xingqiu. I'm a big fan. Character's cool. The people that play this character, they're a little bit meta-slavey, right? Like, they are definitely playing it because it's good. But I don't really have any, like, issues. I've never had, like, a problem with a Zen, you know? They're just kind of just chilling. They want to play the game. They want to win. Okay. I can get down with that. I'm alright, Yasuo, you know he was going in Psych Ward, I don't need to tell you. I think Yone goes there too. These two, I can't say what I want to say on a Christian broadcast. These two are just freaks. Both of them. All the players that play them are also freaks. Yorick. Yorick players are also weird. Are they? Yeah, they're weird. Yumi. This... Alright. So Yumi goes in Psych Ward. So, the biggest problem, if Yumi players actually had to play the game instead of being able to type for 30 minutes, would probably not be in this tier. Unfortunately, their character, you don't have to click. You just press your buttons. What more do I need to say about this little fucking weirdo? Yumi players, you guys, I don't know. You should just be on, like, Roblox or something. Like, you could be playing, like, Plants vs. Zombies. I don't know. You could be doing anything more beneficial with your time. Riot, remove Yumi. Zachary. That's the homie. Zach players are just happy to be here. That's it. Zed, you won't go in Psych Ward. Will you? No, you'll go and stay away from me. Assassin mentality is ever growing, but at least sometimes you'll have Zeds that are like more focused on winning than like egoing you and like dropping slurs in chat. Zeri, I don't care. I wish you weren't in the game, to be honest, but your mains are fine. Ziggs, I'm putting you in Strange, just because a lot of like the Ziggs bottom stuff is just, there's a lot of ego. On Ziggs of all characters, the ego is crazy to me, but you see a lot of it. Zillion, that's the homie. No one plays this dude. Groovy Zillion's the best skin in the game. I would say most of the Zillion players just kind of lean into the bit that this character is just goofy. And I'm a big fan of that. Zoe, Strange. You know what? No, Strange. No problems here. I don't think there's any issues with this character. Other than, like... You know, I literally just said there's no issues with this character. I'm putting her in Strange. You go in neutral. I'm overthinking it. Zyra. I will say this character, there's a lot of weirdos that play Zyra. Yeah, you're going to stay away from me, actually. A lot of weirdos. Like, it's this mage bottom mentality where it's like, I play full damage support and I lose lane and then just tilt off the face of the planet. I've seen way too many people tilt on Zyra to not put her down here. Briar. Wait, why are these all fucked up? Why did they do this instead of just removing it? Whatever. Briar. I'm gonna put you in chill, but you people know why you play Briar. I don't need to say anymore. Hui, those collarbones could kill me. I'm gonna put you in chill. Smolder? The Smolder mains? I'm putting you in the homie, actually. Another, like, perma-stacking champion. The characters, like, the players know that the character sucks early, actively trying new builds and stuff. I really like, what's the thing now? It's like the Endless Hunger Hubris stuff that I've been seeing. Again, like, rewarding creativity and, like, not just cookie cutter builds every game. It's neat. Ambessa. I think this character should never have existed in the game. That being said, the mains are fine. Aurora. Neutral. I don't really care about the, like, autism rabbit that much. The mains are whatever. It is what it is. And then we have 3 more. Melbert. So, first off, we just gotta remove, like, the arcane characters, I think. Like, Mel's just gotta be removed. This character's bullshit, so is Ambessa. That being said, the mains are a little strange. Like, these guys ego like crazy for playing a broken character. Like, I just don't get it. Yunara, the mains, I don't really have much, like, experience with the Unara mains yet, but they're fine for the most part. Like, you don't really see them type that much. And then last is Zahen. I don't know enough about the Zahen players. It's been like, actually, it's been like 2 months. You're fine. You're in chill. That's everything? That's everything. Okay. Well, this has been a big undertaking. This is what? Almost an hour and a half? So I've definitely made some people upset. I'm very sorry. Again, take this with a grain of salt that this doesn't necessarily mean that you are your character's problem, right? Like, you could be a Gragas player and be the scum of the earth, right? In the same way that you could be a Yasuo player and just be like one of the nicest people you could ever meet. However, based on my fucking 15 years, I don't know how long I've been playing this game, since season 1 off and on, or however long it's been since I've been playing this piece of shit game, this is it, you know? This is everything. This is what I think of you, the mains of each character. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Thank you for watching. I can't believe we did this again. I wasn't sure I was going to make anything else after the last one, but, you know, I've been really enjoying doing this, honestly. Like, there's something about just, like, in the room, just kind of hanging out, just talking about shit that I think about sometimes, and just giving my brain, like, an outlet. If you enjoyed this, like, I don't know if you should subscribe. I don't know how often this is going to happen. But comment for sure. I would love to hear your thoughts on some of these characters. Like, I am fine to, like, I don't want to argue in the comments. I don't think there's going to be enough comments to do that. But genuinely, like, it's nice to just, like, discuss stuff like this, you know? It's interesting to see how people feel about different mains, because, like, there's, like, the big Yasuo thing where, like, Yasuo O10 power spike, everyone hates playing with this character. But, like, the Yasuo mains love them. And Yasuo is very fun. I won't front there. But I'm going to do one last little scroll through everything in case this is, you've skipped to the end and just want to see where everything is. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, your night, and I might see you in the next one. Thank you.